So y'all don't know I'm kind of unemployed. It's hard times and shit, and I ain't got no money and can't afford nothing to pot the fucking piss in, let alone a window to throw the piss out of. But on the side of things, check this shit out, bro. 1986, 30, what's that, 34, 36 years ago? Shit. Original Ibanez case. Original case. Ibanez Proline 2660. Original owner's manual. Original pickup brochure. Original Allen keys. And the original whammy bar. This thing is all the fuck original, baby. Just how daddy like it. What's going on, guys? Just wanted to make a quick little video again today. Talking about the new guitar I picked up. It's a 1986 Ibanez Proline V PL2660. Fuck. It's the original Ibanez case. And here's the guitar. So super cool, super rare guitar. Original case, 1986, but also has the original pickup brochure, as well as the original guitar manual, like the owner's manual. Has the Allen keys and the whammy bar, which is super cool. In the car world, we call this stuff provenance. This is really cool to get a car with provenance. And this is just a really cool manual here because it actually has the full instructions on the Ibanez Edge, because this is a 1986. It is the first year of the Ibanez Edge, the Floyd Rose, licensed Floyd Rose made by Ibanez. And they still use a design based on this to this very day, so that's cool. It's been 36 years, and they're still using this. Same with the shark fins. I believe this was the first year Ibanez incorporated these shark teeth inlays. Beg my forgiveness for calling them shark fins. But again, this is another element that they still use to this day, so that's super cool that it was the first year for that. It's got these Maxon X5 pickups, or V5. Should consult the pickup manual here. What is it, a V5? Yeah, we got... What the fuck is a humbucker? What the fuck is that? We got these V5 humbuckers. I mean, fuck. This whole time I thought Ibanez used humbuckers, but I guess Ibanez uses humbuckers. Humbucker. I never knew. Holy shit. Anyways. So a couple cool little details. See how the whammy bar hole here, like, protrudes out of the bridge? Which that is you can see on all the later ones it's flush. That might have something to do with how this is like a body mount trem, and these ones are all recessed. See how they put the square, they route the trem hole there so you can pull upwards on the whammy bar. Pew. Starting another video off in my pajamas. Here we go. We got this 1986 PL2660 Proline Road Style V. This was a 1 year only model. They did make a few of the 1660 bolt-on neck Vs. There seems to be a healthy amount of those, but trying to find the neck through 2660 86 model 1 year only. Pretty hard to find these things, actually. I got really lucky. I came across one on the local classified ads here. And nothing beats buying cash price, local cash price. Nothing beats that buying anything these days. So yeah, really surprised to come across this one on the local ads, seeing how rare it is. Again, 1986. This was a 1 year only model. They did this neck through construction, and it's not a set neck. It is a true 5-piece construction neck through. In certain light, you can see the 5 pieces running along the body. I don't know if we can get it here or not. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it in the glare there. Whatever. Super cool thing about this, first year for the Edge tremolo, so check out this locking nut system. See where they're all sideways. Just little shit like that I always find interesting. I was going to show you this one as an example, but it's not going to work out. The champ is here! Anyway, see how the tremolo locks? They like run they follow the string. Fuck. See how they go up to a point and they follow the string? Whereas this one, it's going east and west, not north and south type of deal, if that makes any sense. But I almost feel like Floyd Rose was doing it that way, and they're like trying to do their own thing just for like copyright or patent purposes. So they're like, oh, we don't do it that way, we do it this way, even though it's the fucking exact same. So I thought that was wrong, but I looked up in that owner's manual that came with the guitar, and sure as shit it says this is how to do it. So fuck, there we go. Ooh. Really cool. This guitar has no cracking or any damage along the neck here, which is fucking amazing for these vintage Ibanez. It's got the Goto Magnums tuners, just like a brand new. You go to the store right today and they'll have these same tuners on the guitar. The neck does have a really... So here's the thing, I don't know if y'all know the story on these Rhodes-shaped guitars. So Jackson was the first to do this offset V-shape, designed by Mr. Randy Rhodes, after a Concorde airplane. It looks like the view from underneath watching an airplane take off with the oblong wing shape. But then after Randy Rhodes' passing, they kind of changed the name from Concorde. It just kind of became a Rhodes in his like memory, I guess. So my first real guitar was a Jackson Rhodes. So after I sold that, it's like the only guitar I ever sold, basically. Recently, I've been kind of feeling a little more nostalgic, and I was like, it'd be cool to get another V like back in the day, you know what I mean? But I'm a diehard Ibanez guy. This is my 7th guitar. All of them are Ibanez's, and all 6 of my guitars are just like super strat shaped RGs and Universe and whatever. And at the end of the day, I'm just getting the same guitar in different colors. Like, I know the neck profiles are slightly different, and there's pickup configurations are slightly different, but at the end of the day, it's the same fucking guitar. So it was nice to have something that's totally different. So it's like a breath of fresh air when I pick it up off the rack. Hardship I had with this was that it's only 22 frets, and that's the main reason I sold my Jackson Rhodes when I was a kid, was because I was really trying to play like Necrophagist and trying to do like arpeggiated sweeps and taps, and I needed that 24th fret. But now I'm more mature. I play with my pinky out like a good mature boy, and I realized life's not all about that 24th fret, man. What they say, that old joke, there's no money past the 5th fret, right? So one of the really nice things, I was afraid it was going to be a learning curve for me to get back to playing on a V shape, because it is a lot different than playing with a strap. But it was just like riding a bike. You just throw it right in your leg there, and away you go. It was like I never missed a beat. Another cool thing about this guitar, so it's got the 3-way pickup selector, but then it's got, they refer to these as push-pulls, but they're more like slammers, so you can be like, blah, 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 and then just go and fucking slam it, and it's a coil split, so it's not too good at explaining what the fuck is what, so I can see why they kind of ditched it, but I'm assuming this is for the bridge, and this is for the neck. And you can tell when one's split. Let's say I have this one split and this one not. Then you could put this, like, flick the switch, and you can hear the volume difference you can, between the pickups or whatever, right? So that's cool. Another really cool thing is they did the recessed input jack, which is kind of like an Ibanez thing they do. Like, here's the Universe, right? Like, it's got that tucked input jack, which is nice. My old Jackson Rhodes, it was not, the USA Jacksons have this same sort of gimmick, but they have it up here in the V. And my old Jackson just had the plain Jane input jack right here, so no matter what, you needed a 90-degree input jack, because otherwise you had this fucking thing here, and you're trying to play, and it's just in the fucking way the whole time, and you're breaking cables, and it's just a piss poor design, to be honest. And they're just those shitty little, like, 4-screw plates like a Les Paul. Like, it's just the cheapest Chinese shit you could find, basically. Fuck that. This is a proper... So this guitar is actually... It is made in Japan, obviously. The Fujijin factory, like all good Ibanez's are. But this was made only for the US market. It was only sold in America. So I think they were really trying to show, like, the quality is amazing on this instrument. I really think they were trying to, like, breach that American market from... You know, it was the mid-'80s. They're still having a hard time being a Japanese company. It was just... Doesn't matter what they're making. It was hard for them to fight that stigma offshore manufacturing used to have back in the day. Another cool thing about this guitar is that it's got an ebony fretboard. So this is the only Ibanez I have with an ebony fretboard, which is really cool. The 22 frets I used to hate, but man, it makes a lot of sense when you play this guitar. Now, when I was a kid, I used to play my Jackson thing. I didn't really think twice about it, but now as an adult, I realize Randy Rhoads designed this guitar. I know this is an Ibanez, but it's still under the same vein. And Randy Rhoads played a Les Paul before he designed the Rhodes-shaped V. And this thing, it's just at 24 3/4 scale, 22 frets, jumbo frets. It plays just like a fucking Les Paul, which is actually really nice. That I have 6 Super Strat guitars. It's nice to have one that plays with the shorter scale. The bends are a lot smoother and just a lot easier just because of the physics of it. And the harmonics are just sweet and easy, accessible. Another thing that shorter scale I find helps with. So I got this guitar, was dialed in pretty good. All I had to do was pull the screws in a bit in the back here. I just lowered the trem just a little bit. And then when I did that, it lowered the overall string height a lot, so I had to raise the bridge just a little bit. I don't know, let's plug this bitch in. So it's not in perfect shape, but it has this little ding dong here on the corner. But other than that, it's in really good shape. And I actually prefer instruments that are a little not perfect, because it's like, I'm a car guy too. I've had nice cars, I've had shit cars, and when you drive a nice car and you leave it in the parking lot, you're kind of worried, like, someone's gonna ding it or someone's gonna scratch it, or you can't really, like, you're always looking out the window, like, what's gonna happen. You can't really enjoy it that much. Whereas something a little rough around the edges is still super nice. If I hadn't pointed that out to you guys, you'd think that this thing was fucking mint. But then that way, if I'm playing and I get a little careless and get a little scratch, it's not the end of the fucking world, right? So let's see what we got here. I don't know what else y'all like to hear, some shredding. Yeah, so here we go, man. My 1986 Ibanez RG. No, fuck. Let's try it again. My 1986 Ibanez Proline PL2660. Neck through with the shark feet teeth, the ebony fingerboard, the X5 or V5, whatever the fuck they are, V5 pickups, the first ear for the edge, the sweet recessed trem, the neck through. This got a maple neck with alder wings, which is really cool. All my other Ibanez are basswood or basswood, whatever the fuck you want to call it. My only quarrels, I wish it had a reverse headstock, but almost, that was cool back in the day when not too many guitars were reverse headstock, but now they're all fucking reverse. It's kind of cool to have a standard headstock, actually. The ebony fretboard, I probably said, the shark fins. There you go, guys. Alright, man, well, fucking catch you on the flip side, boys. Peace.